Hello everybody, welcome back. I hope we are well. I have just left barbershop rehearsal and I'm here to do a Q&A. I'm not gonna fuck about with intros, let's just dive straight into it. What hobby do you want to try next? So as you may know, I'm really into crocheting at the minute. Like I took that up a few weeks back and I was like on this mission. I'm on a mission to make a granny square blanket. I've done the math and figured out how long it's going to take me to complete it. It's going to be a long time, let's put it that way. However, I've also then discovered the art of tapestry making using crochet. Basically, it means you can make a picture with single stitches, and I was like, that is what I want to do. So I am going to continue with my granny square throw, like not do it all the time. There's going to be an ongoing process which I'll probably finish when I'm like in my 60s or 70s and I've got my porch and my rocking chair and I'll finally finish my granny square throw. This tapestry stuff is amazing. I can make designs on my iPad and then I can get it to be turned into a grid. It's so cool. If you were a pasta shape, what would you be? The Fruit-a-Lily one, the spiral. What keeps you from burning out? I'm struggling at the mo. I burn out when I'm on the go a lot and I don't like properly switch off. The thing is even though I feel very lucky and privileged that this is my job, the downside to that is that there is like, you never really switch off from it. You're always thinking of content opportunities, pictures to post, like you're always thinking in the back of your head, like, oh, I could video this or I could take a picture of this and post that at a later date. This would be really, like you don't really switch off from that mindset. And I feel that if I don't allow myself to just take a day here or there to like no phone, no camera, no intention of taking pictures, like taking pictures with no intention of sharing it, that kind of thing, like separating social media mindset Helen and Helen that's just Helen. If I don't honour that time to do that every now and then, I become frustrated because I do think everybody should have time off, no matter what you do. Everybody deserves the time to indulge in the things that make them personally happy and is relaxing and restorative. Everyone needs that. And I think there are times where I'm just go. You know, I'm still filming and vlogging over weekends. I don't honour the days off. Days off to me is like, you don't do anything associated to work or how you make money. That's a day off. And I get pissed off when, even if I do a little bit of work on a day that's supposed to be a day off, I'm like, well, it wasn't a day off. Because I'm an all or nothing person, you see. So it's got to be a full day off. I think we all need that. So I think to answer your question, I do burn out, but to avoid burning out, I do try and make sure that I'm switching off and because you know what comes with burnout is the resentment towards what you do. Then you don't get enjoyment out of life, like you don't enjoy the things that you normally would enjoy. It's not a nice feeling. How would you say your current relationship is different to previous ones? You seem so in sync. I think it's because I'm in a relationship now with somebody that is so emotionally intellectual and like aware that if we ever have any problems, there's never a conflict there. There's never an argument. Like we bicker, don't get me wrong, we'll bicker about, like, I moaned at him earlier because I did some air fryer eggs and he put his in cold water, but he didn't put mine in cold water. So my yolk went hard and I hate a hard yolk. So I was like, why did you not put mine in the cold water? You ruined my eggs. And then I said, sorry, I'm not angry at you, I'm angry at my hard yolk. So we are very good at talking about things and discussing things and talking about feelings and like going in depth as to why we feel the way we feel. And I think it's because he's actually genuinely interested in understanding. It's like sometimes I feel like I have a bit of a therapist for a boyfriend. I've never had a boyfriend that I can just talk to, or I've never really had a boyfriend that I can talk to about problems or issues with them or the relationship and felt safe, like not like almost like I'm walking on eggshells or like tense, like an argument's gonna erupt and they're gonna be defensive. So I just feel very safe and very lucky that it's a very mature and safe space. Do you pump your paddleboard yourself? I'm newly single and not sure if I can do it. He used to do it. Absolutely, you can do it. I do it myself. It is difficult when you get towards the end. It's a bit of a workout. But if you're that worried, just buy an electric pump. I recently bought an electric pump from Amazon. It just plugs into I've got a little voltage thing in the boot of my car, but most cars have them in the front. Just plug it in, done in about 5 minutes. Or if not, yeah, just give it a go. Like it's just like just pumping up a bike tyre. Most of them, I'd say, well, the ones that I've got is 15 PSI. You've got to get it up to. Do it once and then you're like, okay, that wasn't that hard. I'll do it every other time now. If you could place yourself in the starring role of any film, what would you choose? I'd probably have to go with Kill Bill because I love the Kill Bill franchise. I think Uma Thurman is insane, and obviously the amount of skills that she had to learn to shoot that movie in terms of martial arts and like weaponry and all of that, I'd like to learn. I just think she looks fucking badass and I love the script. I just really love Kill Bill. But I mean, obviously, it's not my favourite film in the world ever, but in terms of answering this question, absolutely, because that would be a sick role to play. How do you edit your photos? I love the style and colour saturation. So, two things. I either use my SLR to take pictures, and therefore I then use Lightroom, and there's a bunch of presets on there that I use. But most of the pictures that you see on my Instagram, like stories and posts, are actually taken on an app called Dazcam. Now, I cannot recommend this app enough. It is basically, I think it's the best film emulator that there is. I think it's about £14 for the full version of it. And I'd absolutely pay for it because you get loads of different cameras to use, and you can import photos into it, you can edit photos in it, and you just get this huge array of different types of cameras and video cameras, which give this amazing film look. And how does ADHD impact you as a self-employed person, and do you have any strategies/tools to share? I think it's very hard to stay motivated on track, and also if there's something that I don't want to do, I find it very difficult to get into the mindset to do it, and just getting distracted, generally speaking. However, also on the flip side of that, when I'm high energy and I'm really into an idea, I won't stop until it's done. For example, recently I did an ad for Schwarzkopf and I made a song and a little video to go with it, and I had sent over a creative to them, which they approved, but I woke up that morning and I was like, that's actually really boring and shit, and I don't want to just dance around to royalty-free music. I'm just going to make my own song. So I sat at my dining table, I wrote a song, I then played the idea to Jack, my boyfriend. He went and made a backing track. So in the meantime, I got all the video stuff ready to shoot. We went and shot the video. I shot stuff at my studio. I came back, I edited it all because there was so much footage that I'd played around with. And then I got all the video and the assets done in that one day. And that's all, it was just like, go, go, go. I'm very excited by this idea and I'm just gonna ride this wave. So in that respect, I love how when I get these sparks of inspiration and excitement, nothing stops me. But in terms of staying on track and focused, all I could say is what I do that really helps is writing a to-do list, but also in the order of like you intend to do it, that makes sense in terms of timing and like just generally efficiency. If there's something that's really distracting you, i.e. like a chore or something, I really want to cut the grass, I just fucking do it, because I don't know, I sort of have this opinion on rewarding yourself with something that you want to do after you've done something you don't want to do is at times motivational, but also people with ADHD that have a deficiency in dopamine, if they get dopamine, that puts them in a good place and therefore more likely to be able to do something else. So if you do something that you know is going to bring you that hit that you need, and that kind of that gets that spark going, gets that excitement going, you can then go on to do something that's less exciting because you're sort of almost running on the the fuel of that dopamine that you got previously. Obviously, as long as it's not something that's really time consuming and it's going to take you hours, but if there are little bits that you think, I'm just going to quickly do that and that's going to make me excited, then I just do it. How do you keep motivated to go to the gym regularly? I struggle hard. I just go. I just genuinely really like going. It makes me feel good. I like going to my boot camp / group training classes because I get to see my friends and have a little catch up. But then going to the gym, it makes me feel mentally, my body feels great, and it has become something that I genuinely enjoy and prioritise in my life. Sometimes I don't feel motivated to go, or I don't want to go, so I don't go. But because I'd like to go most of the time, I know that if I'm not up for it, I'm just not up for it, and that's okay. I just think, like, gym isn't the only way to get fit and move your body. So if you just don't like going to the gym, then maybe the gym isn't for you and you need something else to do. Or could try something else if you want to do a physical activity. Plus I like to go first thing in the morning because I like that it gets the cogs turning and, you know, it's something that you've accomplished first thing. It's done, it's out the way. Workouts in, can crack on with the rest of the day. Was it hard to get your dogs to like the paddleboard, or did they just love it? So this is kind of interesting because when I'm with the dogs on my own, they just sit there and they're chill as hell. They're like looking around, sniffing, they look so happy. But if I go paddleboarding with other people, they don't, it's a nightmare because they can't decide whose board they want to be on. So they'll be on my board, then they'll see Jack or my sister or a friend and they'll be crying because they want to get on their board. So they'll jump on their board and then they'll see me and then they'll start crying because they want to be on my board. Like, it's just non-stop. Especially Diane, she just, if other people are ahead of us as well, she'll cry. She doesn't like to be left behind, even though we're together. How to stay motivated with weight loss when social events all centre around food and alcohol. That is probably one of the hardest parts about the weight loss journey. The way that it worked for me was actually not making it about just food and alcohol. Yes, you're going out for food. Yes, you're going out for some drinks, but you're actually going to socialise with your mates. Like, the food, you're not there because of the food or the alcohol. You're there because you're seeing your friends. It's so easy when you are trying to make a lifestyle change or on a diet, however you want to word it. We often have this poor me narrative. I am missing out. I can't have that, or I better not. You know, it's quite a, you know, a negative relationship with the lifestyle choice that you have chosen to do. You've chosen to make a change in your life, so take ownership and responsibility over that and be cool with it. So if you're going out for food with friends, you can look ahead on the menu and see if there's like what healthier options that they have. If you know that you're going out for food and it's like later on in the week, just make different choices in the week to account for that. Make that kind of like your treat meal of the week or your like off-plan meal of the week, and just don't go KO. Like, just don't go all out. Like, order something, but don't buy a load of sides or don't get a dessert if the goal is to lose weight. Just make sensible choices. And if you see other people like really going in hard on like breads and chips and big desserts and stuff, don't think, oh gosh, I wish I had that. Just think, that's cool, but that's not for me right now, because I've got a goal that I'm in mind. Because it's not going to be the last time, it's not going to be the only opportunity that you can have those foods, or the last time that you're ever going to go out for a meal ever in your life. Just at that moment, you're not eating those kind of things, and that's fine. Likewise with alcohol, you don't need alcohol when you go on a night out. I know a lot of people do it because it makes them feel more comfortable, a bit more at ease, but either just drink less or just have different drink options. Gin and a slimline tonic, Prosecco's, they're low in calories. Just don't drink the big sugary cocktails and the big beers and stuff, and just drink a lot of water. I mean, that's my advice, but I think that it's all a mindset. It's all in the head. It's all about how you view the situation and you view yourself. Is Norwich worth a weekend trip for me and my bestie? It looks cool in your videos. Love your content. Absolutely. Like, come for a whole week. Norfolk, there's so much to do here in Norfolk. It's amazing, especially in the summertime. Norwich is a really fun place to visit. If you're not, it's not big on, I don't think the nightlife here is good. Like, our nightlife is shocking. But we do have some nice pubs and we do have some nice bars and lovely restaurants, really nice little shops as well. And obviously it's just a pretty place. There's the river, there's the castle, there's the cathedral, there's the Norfolk Broads, there's the beach is just down the road. Like, it's a really nice place to be. So absolutely come for a weekend, come for a week, have a holiday here. It's lovely. I feel really happy living here. What happened to Josie? Do you still hang out? Yeah. Josie just lives around the corner now. She bought a house. She's got 2 cats. She's engaged. She's living a dream. And we're back at going to the same gym again, so I see her there as well. I love Jose. She's amazing. What do you tell yourself when you don't want to work out? I don't want to work out today, so I'm not going to. Do you get overwhelmed on birthdays? How to avoid? I get overwhelmed on my own birthday, but I don't get overwhelmed on other people's, because I love birthdays for other people. I love buying people gifts. I love going all out for them. I love surprising them, making a big fuss, right? I hate it when people do it for me. I don't know why. Believe it or not, even though like I come across as a really confident person and like a performer, I also, there are certain situations where I don't like to be centre of attention. Like, I found my hen do really difficult. It was really weird when that time I got married, lol. But birthdays, it's just too much. I don't know what it is. I don't know where I've got this sense of I don't deserve your time and money, but I can't. It's getting worse as I get older as well. Like, it's like, oh my God, thank you. It's just the pressure. It's pressure. I don't know why. I don't know why. I just don't know why. I just feel bad when people spend money on me, or, you know, their time and all that. Like, sometimes I think I'd just rather spend my birthday on my own, because I don't want to be trouble to anybody. So I'm gonna like hide in a cave that's filled with Kievs. What do you look forward to at the end of most days? Well, I love my little cup of tea and my mini Magnum, and now my new hobby of crocheting is then having my little yarn basket next to me and chucking a little something on the TV that I'm probably not going to pay attention to, and just yarning, or, you know, actually putting on a tutorial when I've got the house to myself, or like when Jack's not at mine. That's what I like to do. But yeah, my little mini Magnum, a cup of tea, and just a little chill time. Love that. How do you live so peacefully and without fear of judgment? It's such an inspiration. I have been taught to not worry about things that you have no control over. And you have no control over how people view you or choose to view you, or their opinion on you. Obviously, being in a position of like being online and having a lot of people watching me, a lot of people do judge me, and a lot of people don't like me, and a lot of people mock me, or they'll do that, they'll do their thing. I cannot live to serve other people's expectations. I can't. If you keep trying to meet people's expectations or please people, or, you know, seem more appealing, you'll get to the point where you just feel so exhausted and so disconnected from your true self that you'll just be miserable. And I learned that I cannot control how people view me, so there is no point even worrying about it. I dress how I want to, I behave in the way that I want to, I am my own energy, and I cannot waste valuable brain space. I can't waste my life and time and emotions and get upset by what people think about me. There was a time in my life where I really wanted everybody to like me, and I really wanted to be in everyone's good books, but it's literally impossible. I know my authentic reality. I know what I'm about. That's okay. You know, as long as I'm happy within myself, then that's all that matters. And people can think what they like, they can say what they like about me. I'm not gonna let it affect me, because from my experience, nothing I do, there's gonna always be something that someone's got an issue with, and I can't keep chasing that idea of perfection or people's expectations. I'm just never gonna get there, so I have to just let it go. How the hell do you drag yourself out of bed early in the morning? I'd rather die. I want to. I don't know. I have an alarm that goes off, and I probably snooze about 5 times because I want to get up and get going. That's what I want to do. That's how I want to spend my time and start my day. If you don't want to get up early in the morning, then don't. Simple, isn't it? Did weight loss affect any of your tattoos? Not that I'm really aware of. Will you do more pop-ups somewhere in the East Midlands? PS, love your content and brand. Thank you. I'd absolutely love to do a pop-up. I'd love to actually do a Sweet Honeydew on tour where I go to different cities around the country and do like a pop-up in each one, like over a period of days. I know that they only would probably work over a weekend, so I could do like a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then another weekend do another one. So if anyone's got any recommendations on places that I could do a pop-up, please let me know, because I'd absolutely love to do it. Did you ever feel nervous about dating again after a long relationship? Do you know what? I don't think I did. I think maybe there were moments where I was like, is this too soon? But you kind of like, you know how you just go by that kind of gut feeling. Your gut is always right. If something doesn't feel right within yourself, and that's like a genuine feeling from in here, then it probably isn't. But if it's a feeling of, oh, I shouldn't be doing this because people are gonna think it's too soon, fuck that. Like, just do what you wanna do without thinking about how others might think about it or judge it. Like, it's your choice, isn't it, at the end of the day? It's no one else's fucking business how you choose to spend your time. So if you're a bit nervous, that's normal, that's cool, I suppose. I mean, I just went for it because I wanted to. Like, if I want to date people, I'm going to date people, and I want to enjoy my life and my time. You know, don't worry, don't let any sort of like guilt come into play either. Just have a lovely time. Any new tattoos planned? Well, I got my tummy tattooed, and then I'm gonna get that extended. And then also, I got this thigh piece on my leg, which I don't really like, not because of the artist's work, because it was a bad choice on my part. So to make it less of a thigh piece, I'm just gonna add all around it and make it less of a standalone piece so it's less noticeable. And I am I'm really excited because I've got an amazing artist doing it, and I've got to send over some ideas. I still don't really know what I want. I love her style and I love everything that she creates, so I'm just like gonna, like an amalgamation of everything she does, just chuck it on my body because I just love everything that you do. Okay, I'm gonna end with a corker. Best and worst parts about sharing your life online. So I think the best parts have been what it's brought to my life. Like the opportunities that I've had, I guess financial stability I got from it, being able to do things independently, the flexibility, being my own boss, being able to do something creative, being able to meet cool people, and call something so insane my job. I film my life for a living. That just sounds fucking weird to say out loud, doesn't it? Obviously there is more to it than that, but like in a nutshell, that's what I do. I film my interests and my life and my dress sense and share my life, basically. And I do think that that is wild, and I still kind of feel weird saying it. I feel like I really appreciate being able to work when I want and not having anyone really to answer to. Obviously I've got management, but like I can dictate my time, and I love that. It really works well for me. And also just like the community of people that I have. I read comments and I laugh, and I like connecting with like-minded people. I like that I can basically, if there's something that I need to know or something, there's going to be someone that I can reach out to and ask. Like, I just love that. And I like how excited people get when I start something that they connect with. Like, for example, there are so many crocheting questions on here. I don't want to like go into it like really, because they're all pretty much the same, but like I started crocheting and I've got tons of people asking me questions about my crocheting, which is so cool. Probably the main thing is that I get to do cameras and stuff, take pictures, be creative, make silly songs up about hair dye. Like, that's a job, like insane. I think the things that I find difficult about it, I think the main thing that I've always struggled with is the feeling of purpose. I've spoken about this so many times, because I don't get a real life like pat on the shoulder or like that kind of validation through everything here, everything that I see to validate what I do or give me a response for what I'm doing is on a screen. And I find that quite difficult because I like being around people and talking to people. So it's a very lonely job, and I miss it's like I wish that I could hear these comments in person, or like have people talk to me in person to make it feel real, because even though I know I'm connecting with people, it's very difficult to have that association with a real person because it is just letters on a screen. It fills me really with like, it makes me feel better, because I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? I film my life for a living? That's a job? Like the weird perspective of it. Like it goes from being really cool to say that that's your job to what the fuck, as if that's your job. Like, God, is that what, like, I am, like, what am I doing? What purpose am I serving? You know, I'm not really, and what am I actually offering the world? That's something I really struggle with. But when I bump into people in person and they say like, I love your videos, keep doing what you're doing, mate, it's amazing. Honestly, when people say to me, keep doing what you're doing, I cannot tell you how much that like means to me. Oh my God, got a wave of emotion then. I cannot tell you how much that means to me, because I always struggle with that notion of what am I fucking doing? And I feel like, I don't know, I need something to keep me going and motivated, and sometimes I struggle with the motivation because I don't know what the end goal is and I don't know why I'm here. So that means a lot. But then, yeah, and I think, you know, like I mentioned before, you don't get to really switch off from it ever. And it's really easy to get like, I get really stressed sometimes because I get in my own head when I think about all the different things that I need to do and film, make sure that I've got this like camera, make sure that I'm going to take pictures of that. Like, it's kind of difficult to just go on, like have a normal day without constantly having this like dialogue of, are we going to capture that though? Are we going to take a picture of that though? Don't forget to get your camera out. Don't forget to sort the camera. Like, it's just like an ongoing internal narration. It's very hard to switch off from that constant content creator mindset of I need to capture this, I need to capture that. And then I think the other thing that is really shit is obviously, which I have no control. There's no point, like, it's shit, but there's nothing I can do about it. But obviously, you know, the things that people say to me on those nasty websites, I have this whole notion of like fairness, and it's like, I think it's I do that notion of fairness and justice is an offshoot of like an ADHD trait of like having this real strong sense of like fairness and justice, and I really have that, like, and I take that through life. So if I think something's unfair or not cool, like it really kind of like it really affects me, like in everyday life. Seeing things online or on the news, like it really, I get really worked up about things that I don't think are nice in the world. So I don't look at them. There was one point in my life where when I did stumble across these nasty websites, where I did look, and it put me into a spiral of depression. And then I had therapy, and that really helped. And I did stumble across it in kind of recently. Well, it was an accident. But then, I didn't have clicked, but the curiosity got me, and I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna have a little look. And I was like, and I did laugh a little bit. But it's just, I think it's just the unfairness of like people literally saying that they hate me when they don't know me, and like how cruel people can be about someone that they don't personally know. I remember after I saw that, it did, even though I didn't care and it didn't send me into a spiral like it did previously, it's still in the back of my mind and can affect you in the sense that if I post this, I kind of know what they're going to say about it. But the thing is I have no control over that. I could literally post anything and someone would have an issue with it. I could be like saving puppies from a burning building and someone would have something to say about it. Do you know what I mean? That it's performative, or I'm an idiot for running into a burning building, or I wasn't holding the puppies correctly. Like, there's always going to be something someone doesn't like about me. And I think, yeah, it takes me back to this event. I just think it's incredibly unfair to be judged so harshly by people that don't know me. And I've never understood the following someone and passionately hating on them. I guess it is passionate because you're still consuming something that they do. You're still consuming them and choosing to go and bitch about them on the daily basis because you've decided you don't like this person, and this has become like this part of your life now. I'm just going to hate this person, and it's almost like it's a hobby. It's very, very weird. I don't understand it. Because if there's someone that I don't particularly align with online anymore, like used to follow, and they've changed a bit, and I'm like, you know what, I wouldn't ever say that I dislike someone online. I'm just not like aligned with them, or I don't really get them. They're not my vibe. So I'll just unfollow them, and then that's be done with it. I ain't gotta fucking still look what they're up to and then get annoyed by it, because why would I do that? Like, it's unnecessary frustration on my behalf. I'm going to choose to be annoyed by somebody because it's fun. I've never understood it. So yeah, I think that's the downside, is knowing that there's like a whole bunch of people that say so much nasty stuff about you, and there's nothing you can do about it. But there's nothing I can do about it. So I'm just gonna crack on with my life. Other than that, we live a lovely little life, don't we? We have a nice time. We get to see people. Life's good, isn't it, diddles? I would like to thank everybody for sending in the questions, and just for, you know, being nice and being supportive and being here with me, because it does mean the world. Honestly, if I see, I'm getting choked up, I think I'm premenstrual. If I do see anybody in the street, just say hi. You don't have to shower me with compliments or validation. Just say hi, just to know that you're real. Should we go? Oh, you smell so bad, dude. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.